Hiya, welcome back or to Budgeting Beans. My name is Emily and today I'm doing something a little bit different. So for Christmas this year, 2024, I've decided to make 2 custom bullet journals for family members. And this one is for my mother and I'm going to film each section. So I've got the opening for the year, so starting up a new journal section, and then each month has its own section. I'm going to film it all this month in December of 2024, and I will release this gradually throughout the year until I have no more. So this is the first of many that I am to film. I've just filmed my, my personal December bullet journal video, and so now I'm moving on to this one. And yes, so as I said, this is for my mother. I have done basic outlining and that is it. The only things I'm adding colour to are this page, no, maybe this page, I've not decided yet, and this page. Everything else is going to be black and white because the intention is for her to colour everything in. So yeah, I'm gonna put you onto voiceover, Emily, and we'll get to it. So as mentioned, this journal is for my mother. It's her gift for Christmas 2024, and I have now given her this journal. I only just completed it in time for Christmas. I'm currently doing this voiceover on Saturday the 28th. Hopefully it'll go up later today. And yeah, so for this cover spread, I've gone for a general theme of leaves. The whole premise is leaves, nature, all that, because I did consult my mother in January 2024 as to what sort of things she would like in a journal. And she was very like greeny blues, leaf, nature, all that. So that's what I've done for this journal. As you can see, I've used a couple different pens already. I've used the Unipin FINELINE in 0.5 for all the big outlines. And then an unknown green pen for the outlining of the leaves. And then I've used the Zebra Fineliners. Is that what it was? I can't remember right now. I'll put it in the description. To colour all in, I've used the shade green. And I've used the same design theme for this calendar spread. All of it is done with these pens from the last spread. And as you saw for the last spread, I did use some washi tape. That is washi tape I took from my mother's collection because I discovered I did not have any that fit the theme. And using her washi tape, it was a safe bet. I know she likes it. And writing out all these numbers, dear Lord, that was painful. I did use, again, the Unipin FINELINE, and I used it in the size 0.2. And that was for each and every one of these. Painful stuff. So the spread layout, I got this idea off of Pinterest, and I've used it a couple times before myself. And so I thought it was a safe bet for my mother. I don't think she'll use this spread much at all, as this journal only goes through to July in the end. I got it to July. But it was helpful for me for referencing back on the dates, if I'm honest. So here I'm doing the 2025 goals. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to go about this spread. I just knew I wanted to do the Polaroid picture kind of frame. I wanted to try this out for myself, but since doing this spread on here. I don't think I will. I mean, it's a good one to have, but it's just very, like, blocky. There isn't much you can do, and yeah, looking back, I probably would have done something else, but it's a good one to have for a first-time journal. And all of these lines I've done with the Unipin 0.5. You'll notice I use that pen quite a lot in this video. So now I'm moving on to the birthday spread. This spread was specifically requested along with the gift tracker, which will be on the other side. I wanted to keep it sweet and simple, so I just stuck with a cursive font and just followed the lining of the page. I will insert details as to like the spacing and just the spacing and the size of the pen on the side of the screen and how long it took to complete each of these pages, because these ones were actually quite quick given there wasn't much to do for them, and I just stuck with the same pen throughout the entire 2 spreads. It was the 0.5 Unipin. Okay, so you might recognize this from my own personal bullet journal spreads. Obviously, I'm a budgeter, so I tend to involve that in every aspect of my life. That includes bullet journaling, and my mother knows this. She saw what I've done in the past, and she specifically requested that I do the same for her own journal. I have tried getting her into cash stuffing, because cash stuffing is the best way to save, in my opinion. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm hoping, now that she has this spread, she'll be able to get into it a bit more. And for these jars, specifically the jars were requested. The jars are, in my head, I picture them as those jars, the plastic jars that had the red lids. That's what I picture for these jars. I think they're like the Costco super-sized tubs of coconut oil. That's what I picture in my head. I think for the finer lines, I did use the Unipin 0.1. My mother is an avid reader, so this spread specifically was key for her. She doesn't read that many books per year, just because she's also a uni student, so she doesn't have much time to read her fun books. But I wanted her to have a spread where she could read all these books and have like a way of displaying it for the end of the year. And the shelves I did colour in. I attempted to do a wood pattern. As you can see, I used a dual art marker with the fine liner side, and then coloured it in with the zebra fine point pens. I cannot remember what they're called right now. Again, it will be in the description. And I do think that came out pretty decently. I think the books I could have done a lot better on, but the shelves I'm quite pleased with. And alongside the books I've read page, I wanted to give her a book bingo just to give her some more variety of what she's reading. But my phone died whilst filming, so it cut out midway through. So you'll see it in a second. Yep, there we go. I've just finished it off camera and continued as I was. I did in the end colour in some of these, so you can see classic, 5-star, rereads, those all got colour. But otherwise, I've just left it. Moving on from the book spreads, I've now got the period tracker. My mother, unfortunately for her, still has to deal with this. So she's requested a period tracker just so she can try and keep track and see if she's finally gonna stop having this issue. And I thought this theme would be quite fun. I found it on Pinterest, just like all the other spreads. So each of the boxes for this spread is 1 square, and I've used the 0.3 Unipin FINELINE for the lines, and then all the numbers were in the 0.1, with the exception of the title page on the other side. That was done with a 0.5. And following on from the period tracker, we have the weekly weigh-in. My mother is on a weight loss journey at the moment and has been keeping track weekly, and so this is just somewhere where she can document what she is at. Okay, so this is it for this video. This is the entire bullet journal ready, not the entire bullet. This setup is completely ready to go. Just gonna do a quick flip through for you. Starting off with this spread. This is the cover page for the year. I was going for earthy vibes, leafy greens, just because that's something she likes as a theme. And then I've just used some of her washi tape to stick it down. Obviously it's drawn in, so it doesn't need to be stuck down. But it's all about the aesthetics. And then, yeah, this year at a glance, again, it's kind of stuck to that same theme. I'm kind of debating adding in some washi tape just up here just to tie it in with the last one, but that'll be a decision I make later on. It's not set in stone. 2025 goals, pretty generic, good to go. She can add in whatever colours she likes. Same with birthdays and gift tracker, is completely blank, ready to go. Savings comparison, saving goals. This is a spread that I used myself when I first started using bullet journals, and she mentioned specifically about the savings jars. So that is what that is. Then books, she's a big book reader, so I thought this is a good way of her tracking her books that she reads, as well as exploring new reads. And then, as I just mentioned, this is the period tracker and the weekly weigh-in. So that is everything for this bullet journal's 2025 start of journal setup. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!